Hello everyone, my name is Rekha, and in this video we are going to look at some of the literacy programs that have been implemented in order to improve the literacy rates in India. So, what is the basic definition of literacy? According to the Population Commission of United Nations, the person with the ability to both read and write a simple message with an understanding in any language is considered as a literate person. Now, this definition has been adopted by the Census of India with a little modification. According to the Census of India, any person aged 7 and above with the ability to both read and write a simple message with an understanding in any language is considered as a literate person. So, in order to improve the literacy rates in India, several programs have been implemented. Now, here in this video, we will be looking at few of such programs, which include Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, Mid-Day Meal Scheme, and Padhna Likhna Abhiyan. So, first one, let's look at Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Now, here the word itself implies that it focuses on providing education for all, Sarva. So, for all, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Now, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is a Government of India's flagship program for achievement of universalization of elementary education in a time-bound manner. Now, here universalization of elementary education includes universalization of provisions, universalization of enrollment, and universalization of retention. So, here it focuses mainly on providing the basic needs that are required for education and for improving the enrollment rates and for improving the access to enroll the students. Now, it also provides free and compulsory education to the children of 6 to 14 years age group. So this is the age group which are mainly focused in this program. It is being implemented in partnership with state governments to cover the entire country and address the need of millions of children. And it seeks to open new schools in those habitations which do not have schooling facilities. So in areas such as rural areas and some tribal areas, their schooling facilities are not available for the children, due to which they lag behind. So in order to improve the facilities, in order to improve the skills of such students, schooling facilities are being provided through this program in habitations where there are less resources available. And it also strengthens existing school infrastructure through provision of additional classrooms, toilets, drinking water, maintenance grant, and school improvement grants. So it also focuses upon the existing school infrastructure which is not maintained properly. So in order to maintain such schools, some grants are also be provided in order to improve the conditions of the schools. And in existing schools with inadequate teacher strength, are provided with additional teachers. So in schools where there are no sufficient teachers available in order to teach the students, in such schools additional teachers are being provided through this Abhiyan, while the capacity of existing teachers is being strengthened by extensive training. And it also focuses upon the skill development of the existing teachers. It provides the additional teachers to the schools where there are inadequate teacher strength, and it also focuses upon the existing teachers' skill development. And it also gives grants for developing teaching learning materials, the materials that are required in order to the materials that are required for the teachers and in order to teach the students. Those teaching learning materials are also been granted through grants. And strengthening of the academic support structure at cluster, block, and district level. So at each levels, it focuses upon the strengthening of the academic support structure. Now, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan seeks to provide quality elementary education, including life skills. It also focuses on providing quality elementary education. So here the focus is not only on the academics, but it also focus on the life skills of the students. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has a special focus on girls' education and children with special needs. So here it is observed that the girl ratio, that is girl enrollment ratio, is reducing. So there is a reduction in girls enrollment ratio, and due to the unavailability of resources such as clean toilets and clean drinking waters, here this program focuses upon providing special resources for girls for improving the girls' education, for reducing the girls' dropout rate and improving the girls' enrollment rate in schools. And so it also focuses upon the resources for the children with special needs. So children with special needs are also been focused, also been taken care, their resources. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan also seeks to provide computer education to bridge the digital divide. So in habitations where there are no sufficient resources for providing the digital education, this program focus on bridging the gap between the uh, different areas, that is like urban and rural areas, digital gap, digital divide and so on. So it focus on providing the resources. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan has been operational since 2000-2001 to provide for a variety of interventions for universal access and retention. So here the as I said, the main focus is on universal access to education for all. So in order to give education for all, we need to provide the basic resources that are required. So here it focuses on universal access and retention. That is, the students who are already enrolled, they need to continue. In order for them to continue, they need the necessary resources that are required. And bridging of gender and social category gaps. So bridging of gender gaps, like providing resources for girl students to reduce their dropout rates, and social category gaps, that is to improve the brotherhood among the students, and to improve such activities in schools. This program focuses on providing the resources for such activities in elementary education and improving the quality of learning. With necessary infrastructure, the students will be improve the quality, like the learning quality will be improved. Now, Pade Bharat Bade Bharat is a sub-program under the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This program was launched in 2014 and it can be regarded as a countrywide program being implemented under the aegis of the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Now, children who fail to read in early education lag behind in other subjects. So, in order, if the basic foundation is not clear, or if the basic foundation is not strong, the student will not be able to move forward or improve in their education. So in order to provide the basic foundational education to a child, it is necessary to focus on the starting periods of their education. So here, when the early education lag behind, it is hard for children to move towards higher educations. So in order to improve that, this program focuses on comprehensive early reading, writing and early mathematics program for children in class 1 and 2. So this is the age when when the focus has been given upon improving their early reading and writing. So from this age they are being trained, they have been motivated to do such things, that is reading, writing and early mathematics. Basic mathematics that is required for a child in their life has been focused upon in this program. Now this program is designed to improve comprehensive early reading, writing and early mathematics programs. The program will not only provide print-rich environment, timely distribution of books, but will also include new teacher mentoring and appraisal system. So here, in order to improve that early education, the distribution of books are being done through this program. The two tracks of Pade Bharat Bade Bharat are: first one, early reading and writing with comprehension, and second one is early mathematics, that is the basic mathematics that are required for a child in their daily life. Now, the program aims at making children keen and self-sufficient readers and writers. It also enables them to possess comprehension skills that last for a lifetime. So here the focus is on the basic education, that is the early basic foundational education that is required for a child to improve the reading and writing skills. So if the child is discouraged at the starting itself, it will be hard for the child to move forward towards higher educations and they will be demotivated. So in order to improve that, So in order to motivate the child, this program focuses on the basic foundational skills. So it also helps children understand the basic logic behind phenomena such as numbers, shapes and measurements which they will be able to use in their daily lives. So this is a basic focus of this program. They should also be able to solve problems by using skills related to understanding of spaces and numbers. So the basic foundation that is required for a child in order to help the child to move forward to pursue higher education, and so that it will help them in their daily life too. The basic foundation is given through this program, is focused on this program. Now let us look at the next program, that is Rashtriya Madhyamik Shikshan Abhiyan. Now what is this program focused upon? This scheme was launched in March 2009 with the objective to enhance access to secondary education and to improve its quality. So this program mainly focuses upon the secondary education. The implementation of the scheme started from 2009 to 10. And what are the important facilities provided under the schemes? The important physical facilities are additional classrooms, laboratories, libraries, arts and crafts rooms, toilet blocks, drinking water provisions, and residential hostels for teachers in remote areas. So here, the basic resources that are required to improve the child's ability, like arts and crafts room to improve the imagination of child to skill development and all, and laboratories for conducting science experiments in order to generate curiosity in the minds of children, in order to motivate them, and libraries to provide various books so that they can improve their reading skills and all are being provided, and residential hostels for teachers in remote areas so that they are not demotivated in order to impart education to the children. And in order to improve such resources, this program mainly focuses on these physical facilities. Now, important quality interventions provided under these schemes are appointment of additional teachers to reduce PTR to 30:1 ratio, and then focus on science, maths and English education, in-service training of teachers, science laboratories, ICT enabled education, curriculum reforms and teaching learning reforms. So these are the quality interventions to improve the quality education of the secondary level of education. So here the main focus here this focuses on the quality of the education that are being provided to the students. Now what are the important equity interventions provided in the scheme? Equity means resources being provided equally to all the students. Now here it focuses on special focus in micro planning, preference to ashram schools for upgradation that are schools where the hostel facilities are being provided, so their resources, maintenance and all. Preference to areas with concentration of SC/ST minority for opening of schools, special enrollment drive for the weaker section so that they are being motivated to join the school, and more female teachers in school so that the girl students will not feel uncomfortable, so that they will be motivated, and separate toilet blocks for girls, that is to reduce the dropout rates of the girls in secondary education. Now what are the implementation mechanism of this scheme? This scheme is being implemented by state government societies established for implementation of the scheme. So state government societies are being established in order to implement the scheme. So this scheme mainly focuses on the secondary education of the children. Now let us look at the next program, that is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Now here the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, the Union Budget 2018-19 has proposed to treat school education holistically without segmentation from pre-nursery to class 12th. So here the whole from pre-nursery to class 12th, the holistic improvement of the school education has been focused here in this program, that is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So Samagra Shiksha, an overreaching program for the school education sector extending from preschool to class 12th has been therefore prepared with the broader goal of improving school effectiveness measured in terms of equal opportunities for schooling and equitable learning outcomes. Here the focus is not only on the primary education or not only on the secondary education, but the focus is on the holistical education from pre-nursery to class 12th. It subsumes three erstwhile schemes of Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan and teacher education. Just now we looked at Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and then we looked at Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and teacher education is also included. So this is a subsumed program which includes all the schemes. Now, the major objective of the scheme are provision of quality education and enhancing learning outcomes of students. That is, bridging social and gender gaps in school education, ensuring equity and inclusion at all levels of education, ensuring minimum standards in schooling provisions, promoting vocationalization of education, support states in implementation of Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2019, strengthening and upgradation of SEERT, State Institutes of Education, and DIET as a nodal agency for teacher training. So these are the major objectives of the scheme. That is, overall it is focusing upon the quality education and enhancing learning outcomes, including for primary education and secondary education. So here it also focuses on the bridging social and gender gaps, that is providing special attention to the female children who are most of the female child drop out of school due to unavailability of necessary resources or cleanliness or sanitation and all. So in order to improve that, in order to reduce the dropout rate of girls from school, it also focuses on providing the necessary resources for the girl students and ensuring equity and inclusion at all levels without any discrimination and providing all the resources to all the students. So providing all the resources to all the students and vocationalization of education, that is providing the basic training requirements for the skill development of children and all are being focused on in this program. Now the main outcomes of the scheme are envisaged as universal access and equity. These are the main outcomes of this scheme that are envisaged. So universal access is nothing but providing education for all, and equity is nothing but providing resources for all without any discrimination. Now let us look at this is Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Now what is the next program? That is midday meal scheme. Now midday meal scheme, we observe that many poor children from poor families who are not able to afford even a day's 3-day meal for 3 days, they opt to work instead of going to school, so that they can provide with some money to their family. So in order to motivate such children to come to school and study, midday meal schemes have been introduced, and also to provide fulfill the nutritional requirements of children. Now here the midday meal scheme is a school meal program of the Government of India designed to better the nutritional standing of school-aged children nationwide. The program supplies free lunches on working days for children in primary and upper primary classes in government-aided local body, madrasas and maktabs supported under Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan and National Child Labour Project schools run by Ministry of Labour. So here they provide school meals. School meals are being provided to the students at school itself. Now here under Article 24 of the Convention on the Right of the Child, to which India is a part, India is committed to yielding adequate nutritious food for children. The midday meal scheme is covered by the National Food Security Act of 2013. So these are the legal part. Now under the Article 24 Convention on the Rights of Child, India is a party. So here it focuses upon the adequate nutritious food that needs to be provided to the children, which is the basic requirement for their growth. Basic requirement for the children are being focused. Now, there are various where there are various schools where such programs have been implemented. Here, Tithi Bhojan is a concept designed to ensure greater public participation under the midday meals program being followed in Gujarat. In order to bring in greater community participation, local communities are encouraged to celebrate important family events by contributing to the midday meals served in the local schools. The concept has been adopted by different states with local nomenclatures like Sampriti Bhojan in Assam, Dham in Himachal Pradesh, Sneha Bhojan in Maharashtra, Sahelgagi Navu Nivu in Karnataka, Annadanam in Punjab, Preeti Bhoj in Punjab, Annadanam in Puducherry, Preeti Bhoj in Punjab, and Utsav Bhoj in Rajasthan. So the midday meal scheme has many potential benefits, attracting children from disadvantaged sections, especially girls, Dalits and Adivasis to school, improving regularity, nutritional benefits, socialization benefits, and benefits to women are some of that have been highlighted. So here the Titi Pujan, it is a in Titi Pujan they ensure greater public participation. Here the participation from the community is been encouraged so that uh, they provide some help to the in the midday meal scheme in improving the midday meal scheme. So here during some festivals or some occasion, the families or the communities are encouraged to provide the students of the schools with some food or with some meal, midday meals being served. So these are being served and they are being called, they have different nomenclatures in different states, like just now we saw. And the main potential benefits are attracting the students from disadvantaged groups like girls, Dalits, and Adivasis, children from poor families who are not able to afford food and all. So this is the main focus of midday meal scheme. Now let us look at the other schemes. Padhna Likhna Abhiyan. Now, what is Padhna Likhna Abhiyan? Padhna Likhna Abhiyan will focus on the basic literacy component in 4-month cycles amongst the adults of the nation. For this purpose, the government think tank Niti Aayog has underlined 112 aspirational districts. So this Padhna Likhna Abhiyan focuses on the adult education, that is adult literacy. This scheme will focus on achieving 100% or total literacy by 2030. The scheme will be merged with the existing schemes of the government. Under this scheme, massive literacy projects will be launched in the tribal and forest areas, prisons, slums, etc. with the technology as a facilitator. By driving the technology in, quality education will be imparted in the backward areas with the creation of e-materials, mobile apps, and more. So here the technology is used as a means to improve the literacy among the adults. So adults of the nation are being focused in this program. Now, education is not the learning of facts but the training of the mind to think. So it is a thought by Albert Einstein, and here so the basic education requires basic resources which needs to be provided, and there are many programs that focus on providing resources, many programs that focus on enriching the existing resources and improving the quality education. And so that's all for today, and thank you.